Hi beautiful souls, welcome back, or if you're new to the channel, welcome in. Today guys, I am going to be giving you a collective channeled message. It's going to be about the week ahead, so I should be uploading this on Sunday, and I'm going to be doing a collective kind of channeled message for October 18th through the 24th. So this is going to be about the week ahead. I just wanted to do this because I feel like it's super helpful to know what energy you're going to be experiencing throughout the week. So this is kind of going to just be a general overview of different energies that are going to be showing up throughout the week ahead, and I hope this is able to help you guys out. Before we get started guys, I do want to mention that my TikTok and Instagram are linked down below if you guys want to check it out. It's going to be in the description box. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the channeled message. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive in. Spirit, I'm asking for channeled energy for the 18th of October through the 24th. Okay, they're showing me the vision of chains. They're also showing me a necklace, something about a necklace. What is going to be the channeled energy for the 18th through the 24th? What is the channeled energy? What is the energy that's going to be showing up for the week ahead? Let's see. Okay, guys, so we have take time to breathe out. So let me see what this is giving me. This is giving me very much a slower kind of week. I feel like it's going to be a slow vibe. Spirit is saying it feels like this week you need to take your time and you need to be very nurturing towards yourself and towards other people. The energy is going to be very, very ramped up. I feel like all of us are going to be feeling a lot of different emotions. Okay, there's going to be a lot of energy that is coming up for you and for the people around you and just people in general. Spirit is showing me like the grocery store, like even people at the grocery store are going to be all amped up. It just feels like everyone's going to be feeling super hectic and just feeling a lot of different things all at once. So be kind to yourself. And Spirit is also saying to be kind to other people and to not take things personally for the week ahead. Whatever anyone says to you, whatever kind of takes place, whether it be like within your family, within your friends, whatever they say to you, it might come across as being rude, a little bit snappy. There may be some conflict that takes place. Don't take anything personal. I feel like a lot of people are feeling a lot of different emotions right now, and they are going to be reflecting those outward because a lot of us don't know how to deal with them. A lot of people do not know how to deal with their own inner emotions, so they kind of just act a fool is what Spirit is saying. So take a breath out. For the week ahead, be kind to yourself and be kind to the people around you is what I'm hearing, because it feels like there's a lot of inner turmoil that is going on. Okay, within the week ahead, it feels like there's a lot of energy that is very uncertain for people. I feel like some people are unsure about how they're going to make their next paycheck. I feel like some people are unsure about what job they're going to be getting next. There just seems to be a lot of, instability, and everyone's freaking out right now. And it feels like this energy is going to last well through November. It's all for a higher purpose. Okay, a lot of us are feeling super shaky. There's a lot of rockiness going on right now. We can't find our footing is what Spirit is saying. We can't find like a solid foundation to just ground ourselves in. Everything is uncertain right now. Everything is not set in stone. So it's making a lot of people uncomfortable because people like familiarity. People like to be comfortable and to feel comfortable. And for some reason, from the 18th to the 24th, there is this unstable energy where, people are not feeling comfortable. Random things are happening where people might be losing their jobs, or there's just random, difficulties that are going to be showing up in people's life, and people are just unsure how to deal with those things. Let me dive a little bit deeper. The 18th through the 24th. I'm feeling don't take anything personal. What's going to be happening, Spirit? Don't be bound to anything is what I'm also hearing. Don't rely on anything for the week ahead. Do not rely on anything that is surrounding you because everything will change, Spirit is saying. So look around right now. Do not rely on any certain thing, okay? Because everything is about to change. There is so much change that is going to be showing up throughout the end of 2021. And so with the week ahead, it's like, don't get comfortable. Don't find like a safe spot, because that safe spot is going to be disrupted. It feels like we need to get used to the chaos. We need to get used to the unfamiliarity. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. We need to get used to not knowing, because I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication. People are going to be saying things that they don't mean. There's going to be a lot of lack of clarity. There's going to be a lot of things that are just kind of up in the air. And I feel like it's causing a lot of hostile energy, because people aren't feeling stable within themselves, and so they're reflecting that outwardly, and it's a chaotic energy. And I feel like over the next week, guys, the week ahead, a lot of people are trying to find themselves. They are so desperately trying to search for something, and they're not going to be able to find it, because right now the collective energy is saying things must change. Things have been the same for too long. I also feel like in terms of government, guys, there's going to be a lot of chaotic energy. I don't know why Spirit's mentioning the government, but you're going to see it on a very public platform as well. There's going to be a lot of like disagreements. There's going to be a lot of back and forth energy and just a lot of indecision, okay? A lot of disruption going on in terms of the government, Spirit is saying, and a lot of like people not being able to come to terms with anything and not knowing the right decisions to make. And it's just like needing to find peace within chaos is basically what I'm getting, because it feels like the disagreement is going to continue. It feels like the instability is going to continue. And really what I'm kind of getting is Spirit is just showing just chaos, like just people running around like this. They're showing this, like people are just talking out their necks, like they're just all over the place. There just seems to be like this all over the place energy Spirit is describing to me. So take a breath out. If you need to step away, step away. And it feels like you guys are going to be going through that too. It feels like I'm going to be going through that, where it's just like you're all over the place. You can't seem to find your footing is basically what Spirit says. It's like almost as if you're like a hermit crab looking for a shell, like where is my home? And it's like Spirit's like, you're not going to be able to find it. Okay, that's just what we're working through right now as a collective energy. And stability will return when stability needs to return. But stability is not going to return in the same way that it was, because things have to change, is what Spirit is telling me. Things have to change. And it feels like that has a lot to do with like even the government, like things have to change. And so it's not going to become stable again until, you know, justice is returned, or it's not going to become stable again until things change for the betterment of society. And so if that doesn't take place, it feels like there's going to be more uproar. It feels like more people are going to feel unstable, because I'm also getting people feel their rights are being stripped from them right now. And so it's not going to return to that feeling of safety until people feel safe within their own skin and feel safe with the people that are leading them, is what Spirit is describing to me. Because right now people are also not trusting anyone around them. So it's hard to make friends with people now, is what Spirit is saying. Because when people are unsure about their livelihoods, they hide. They don't make new friends, because any new energy that comes in could possibly, they feel, disrupt them even more. So get comfortable, I don't know why I said pile, get comfortable with kind of being alone, because it feels like we're moving more towards an energy where we're not grouped together. Everyone's on their separate path. Okay, and that may be a little bit chaotic, because we're moving more and more apart from each other instead of moving together. So it's almost this feeling of like people are forming paths through other people's paths, and they don't give a fuck what they're messing up. They're just like, this is what I'm doing. And so it's causing a lot of chaos, because there's less compromise over the next week or over the next couple of months. Less and less are people willing to listen to one another, okay, is what I'm hearing. And so, you know, people are saying things to each other that they don't mean because they just care less and less about how others are feeling. They're just like, this is how I feel. It's a lot about, it's a me energy. It feels like over the next week, there's a very selfish energy. It feels like people are going to be less and less likely to want to compromise with one another. And it feels like it's going to be more challenging to come to an agreement. Okay. It feels like people are splitting more and more apart. It feels like the energy is becoming more and more diverse, where people are believing in a lot of different things, and there's less around community, okay, is what Spirit is showing over the next week. The pandemic is also spurring a lot of chaos, Spirit is saying, and how it needs to be dealt with, and all the different opinions that people have surrounding the pandemic are coming up over the next week. So I would not be surprised if people want to share their opinions with you around politics and around, you know, how the pandemic needs to be dealt with. People are going to want to share their opinions, and they're not going to care what your opinion is. And it may cause a little bit of chaos and a little bit of conflict. It's definitely very chaotic. So let me take a moment. I want to get one more oracle card to tune in a little bit more to the week ahead. Woo! I did not know it was going to be so chaotic. Okay, give me a second. What else needs to be described here, Spirit, from the 18th to the 24th? I really just feel like Spirit is saying there will be more chaos, especially within like the government and the decisions that need to be made like around the pandemic. Like that is going to remain for quite some time. That is not going to disappear anytime soon. So Spirit is just wanting to say, that's not going away. You're going to keep hearing about it on the news. It's going to keep popping up. People are going to keep expressing their opinions on that. And social media is definitely going to be a platform where people do that. It feels like we're moving into a time where everyone has a different opinion, and you're going to hear all of those different opinions. So it's very important over the next week to remain grounded, because it feels like there is this possibility to my collectives where it's going to be very easy to get influenced because everybody is saying something different. Everybody is saying something different. And so it's going to be hard to decipher what the truth is from all of those different opinions. There's going to be a lot of illusion. There's going to be a lot of people saying this is the truth. This is the truth. There's going to be people saying this is the truth. And so it's very important over the next week to remain grounded in your truth, Spirit is saying, and in what you believe and what you believe to be true, and to try to focus less on what everyone else is saying and more on what your own intuition is saying. With take time to breathe out, remain very grounded, okay, over the next week, because although there may be a lot of chaotic energy around you, as long as you're remaining stable within yourself, it's going to be a little bit easier to deal with. Spirit is comparing it to like a tree during a storm, and how the most stable trees, it doesn't matter how much wind, erupts around them, they remain stable and they remain undamaged. And that's kind of what Spirit is wanting you to know at this time. So let me get you one more card. It's very interesting. Sorry guys, my phone. Let me get one more card for you guys on the week ahead, Spirit. I'm looking at my calendar right now to make sure I don't get the dates wrong. From October 18th to the 24th. Let's have a look. Okay, let's see. One more card, Spirit, please and thank you, to kind of help the collective out a little bit. Interesting. So, guys, we have leadership in the reverse. Interesting. And we also have beginnings. I cherish all the cycles of life. We're moving into an age where we rely less on leaders and where we rely less on what the most popular person is saying and what the most famous person is saying, and more on what we truly believe within ourselves. Okay, so we're relying less on what everyone's telling us and more on what our own intuition is telling us, Spirit is saying. So I feel like the world is moving more towards this feeling and this energy of relying less on like what famous people are saying, what celebrities are saying, what the most popular person is saying, and more on just like truth of like, how is Spirit describing this? Yeah, I'm just relying less on what the most popular person is saying over the next week. It's like, I feel like people are forming their own little alliances. I'm getting just so many different opinions and so many different little groups that have different opinions, and the world being more led by normal everyday people and less on what one person is saying and more on what a bunch of different people are saying. It feels like power is being diced up, and it feels like more groups are coming into power, and it feels like more regular people are going to be coming into power, and more regular everyday people are going to have more influence over next week. And I feel like less and less we're moving more towards more power to more people. Power seems to be more diced up, is what Spirit is saying. So more individuals are going to be having more power, more regular everyday people are going to be having more power, and not just leaders and people with a very big platform, okay? It feels almost as if like there are going to be, Spirit is showing, I'll show you, I'm just going to be completely honest with my vision. They're showing that in the past, people relied heavily on just like one main source of power, or maybe two. There were two main sources of power. They're almost kind of comparing it to the political parties. I'm going to be honest. That's what Spirit's channeling through. I actually am heavily interested in politics, so it's interesting to me when Spirit wants to talk about that. And it feels like it's being more diced up, if that makes sense. So instead of there being like two main energies in power, it feels like there's going to be more groups that are having opinions, and more groups that are having influence, and people that used to not have a voice suddenly having one. And again, moving more towards, the most popular person, the person with the biggest platform, isn't necessarily going to have all the power. It feels like there are going to be groups that are going to be rising into power that never had it before, and people that are going to be rising into power that have never had it before, that are going to be sparking change. There's going to be so much change, and it's interesting of how everything is going to be dealt with. Okay, I don't know what I'm getting beyond that. I feel like with beginnings, I almost am kind of getting the old is being shed away with that little tree. A lot of old systems, a lot of energies around how things used to be. It's not going to be like that anymore. It's what Spirit is saying. The way our power is structured throughout the globe, Spirit is saying, is going to be changing, and it's going to be transitioning. And so it's weird because it feels like normal everyday people, is what I'm just seeing this as, are going to be sparking change, okay? And we're not just going to be listening, again, to the person with the biggest following on social media. So it's very interesting. So let me see what else Spirit wants to say about the week ahead. Wow, what a powerful energy. Is there anything else, Spirit, about the week ahead? Is there anything else about the week ahead? It almost feels like everyone might be fending for themselves, okay, with the week ahead. I'm getting a very apocalyptic energy. Not I'm not saying you're gonna have, there's gonna be an apocalypse. That's not what I'm getting. I'm getting more of more greed, not even greed, just more selfishness as well. That's gonna be showing up, which is interesting. It's just baffling to me because it's all of these different energies, and it's I feel like less and less people are not going to want to help people as much as they used to as well, and people are going to be more me, and just fending more for themselves instead of large groups of people. It feels like the energy is more divided, where people are just more focused on their own well-being instead of everyone else's well-being, which is interesting. And I think that's going to spark some chaos as well, and differing opinions that people have about that. Some people wanting to help people as a whole, and just I do feel as well more greediness showing up, and that theme is going to be showing up over the next week on public platforms and even maybe in your own life, where you're going to see more greed and people wanting to keep everything for themselves. And that's going to further divide the energy, because I feel like less and less people are going to care less and less about others. For some, that's what I'm getting, which is interesting. So is there anything else for, power? There's a lot of energy around power and like how power is going to be divided up. I don't know. That's all I can say, guys. I'm just going to communicate what I'm getting. It's a lot about power and who has the power. And it's like a lot of questions around who has the most say. And should we just listen to someone because they have a check mark by their name because they're verified? Or like who really is in power and who should we be listening to? Because there's so many opinions, some of them being lies. And so the truth seems to be getting more pushed down. It feels like it's harder to discover the truth. It feels like over the next week, a lot of people are going to be looking for the truth, and the truth just keeps getting piled on top of with illusion, trying to lead people astray, and people are just going to be struggling to find the truth is what I'm getting. I don't know what is beyond that. Is there anything else beyond that, Spirit? There's just potential. I'm also hearing Spirit say there is potential for people to be misled. Okay, and that's why I feel like it's important to stay grounded during this time over the next week, because it feels like there is potential for people to be misled. Okay, because of all the different groups and all the different opinions, there's more potential for people to get like bombarded by all the different energy and all the different opinions, where they don't know what their own opinion is anymore either, or they don't even know what they believe in anymore. So remain grounded. That is the biggest thing I would say over the next week. Remain grounded. Okay. I may upload this earlier than Sunday. I don't know, guys, but this was so much fun. I don't think I've had this much fun reading for a collective energy in so long. So let me know what you thought about this, and if you liked it. I would like to do this like possibly every week and every month, like do a collective monthly reading as well. So let me know if you enjoyed this, guys. Let me know if this like was interesting to you. It was definitely interesting to me. I did not expect all of that energy to come through. That was insane. Yeah, but just like let me know, guys, what you think. I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting my channel. And me and my spirit guides are signing out. Bye, guys. Love you.